Picture this, me, face planted on my own damn lawn like a criminal, zip ties biting into my wrists, cop lights turning my quiet yard into a disco from hell, all while my little girl presses her tear-streaked face against the window, clutching her teddy like it's her last lifeline. And there she stands, the HOA queen herself, arms crossed, smirking like she just won the lottery, telling the officers I'm some squatter invading her perfect suburbia. Little did she know, while she played neighborhood dictator, I'd quietly snatched up the deeds to every inch of her precious empire, sidewalks, roads, the works, turning her power trip into the ultimate faceplant. Let's rewind to 6 months earlier, when life in Meadowbrook Estates was still pretending to be idyllic. I'm Alex Rivera, a widower scraping by as a freelance mechanic, fixing up cars in my garage to keep the lights on for my 9-year-old daughter, Mia. She still hugs that ratty old bear her mom gave her before the accident. A drunk driver stole Sarah from us 3 years back, leaving us in this old bungalow my grandpa passed down. It's nothing fancy. Peeling blue paint, a chain-link fence that's seen better days, and a driveway full of oil stains from my work. But it's ours, roots dug deep into 15 acres that predate this cookie-cutter subdivision by decades. Grandpa bought it post-Korea, always said, land don't care about trends. It just holds you steady. After Sarah's gone, that's all we had, stability in a world that felt like quicksand. Medical bills, funeral costs, we pawned what we could, but the land stayed sacred. I shut down my shop in town, turned the garage into my office. Mornings were pancakes and school runs. Evenings, bedtime stories where Mia giggled about princesses who fixed engines. Simple, yeah, but after grief chews you up, simple's a goddamn miracle. Then the subdivision swallowed us whole. What started as distant bulldozers became this gleaming grid of McMansions overnight. Identical beige siding, manicured lawns that looked like they were ironed, and those live, laugh, love signs screaming from every window like a cult mantra. Folks moved in with their SUVs and designer dogs, forming the HOA faster than you could say, property values. Our plot sat smack in the middle, an island of real life in their plastic paradise. Legally, we weren't part of it. County records showed our exemption clear as day. No covenants, no fees, no bowing to their Bible of bylaws. First, it was almost cute. Neighbors rubbernecking past our house, waving tentatively like we were zoo exhibits. A few even dropped off casseroles. All smiles until they realized we hadn't signed their sacred pact. Poof, waves turned to whispers. My beat-up Ford wasn't rustic charm anymore. It was an eyesore dragging down curb appeal. Mia caught it first at the bus stop. Kids side-eyeing her. One mom yanking her spawn away like we carried the plague. Daddy, why do they stare? She'd ask, her voice tiny. I'd ruffle her hair. Some folks think matching everything makes them happy. We know better. I kept my cool, waved back, focused on Mia and my wrench. But peace? That's a joke when someone like Patricia Patty Hargrove sniffs power. Patty rolled in like she owned the block. Hell, she thought she did. 3 doors down. Her house was the crown jewel. Spotless white shutters, a fountain burbling nonsense in the yard, and her always in yoga pants that cost more than my monthly groceries. Elected HOA president by acclamation, Reed. No one else wanted the headache. She strutted around with a clipboard like it was Excalibur. First encounter? Not a hi. Neighbor? Not. She marched up while I tinkered on a neighbor's carburetor. One of the few who still talked to me. You must be Alex, she cooed. voice dripping honey over razor blades, eyeing my tools like they were biohazards. I'm Patty, your HOA overseer. We've got standards here. You know, I wiped grease off my hands. Appreciate the welcome, but this land's exempt. Not in the HOA. Her smile tightened, the kind that says, bless your heart, peasant. Oh, honey, everything touches our community. No one's above the rules. It's for the greater good. I pulled out my laminated deed, I carried it like a talisman now, and handed it over. County says otherwise. Predates your whole setup. She glanced at it like it was junk mail, handed it back with a pitying sigh. We'll see about that. Standards matter. And off she sauntered, leaving me wondering if I'd just been threatened by a suburban Stepford wife. Mia peeked from the porch. Who was that lady? Daddy? Just someone who likes rules more than people. Kiddo. Little did I know. Patty didn't do exempt. To her, control was oxygen, and I was sucking up her air. Started subtle, like a mosquito bite you ignore until it swells. Saturday morning, Mia and I were out front, digging up a veggie patch, tomatoes, carrots, stuff Sarah always talked about growing for farm-fresh dinners. Mia's giggling, dirt smudged on her nose, tossing worms like confetti. Then tires squeal. Patty's gleaming Lexus pulls up, window humming down. Sunglasses perched like armor, clipboard in lap. Alex, right? She says, ignoring Mia entirely. This garden is not approved. Concerns have been raised about visual harmony. Mia pipes up, innocent as hell. But it's veggies. Mommy said they'd make us strong. Patty doesn't even glance down. Sweetie, rules keep things nice for everyone. To me, you'll need to remove it. Our aesthetic is uniform, no rogue plots. I stand, deed in hand again. Not our rules, Patty. Private land. Her lips purse like she sucked a lemon. Everyone complies. Alex. It's community spirit. She revs off, leaving Mia frowning. Is our garden bad? Daddy? Nah, baby. Some people think green only looks good if it's mowed flat. I figured it'd fizzle wrong. Next day, orange sticker on my garage door, violation, unauthorized landscaping. Fine pending, not official. Just HOA BS printed on neon paper. I chuckled darkly, peeling it off, sticky residue like their pettiness lingering. Mia saw it, eyes wide. Are we in trouble? Just grown-up games. Sweetie, but inside, steam building. Patty wasn't playing. She was probing for weakness. The pokes turned to shoves, each one more absurd, like a bad sitcom scripted by control freaks. 2 days later, a notice slips under the door, no mail. Someone trespassed to deliver it. Non-conforming vehicle storage. Remove unsightly truck from view. My Ford, parked in my own driveway, behind a fence. I ignored it, but Mia caught neighbors staring during her playtime. Then the trash. Wake up to bags dumped at our curb, fast food wrappers, sodden newspapers, even a suspiciously fresh dog turd. Wind must have blown it, I told Mia as I cleaned, but her face said she knew better. Online, the Facebook group exploded. Patty posted, concerned about uncooperative elements affecting our pristine enclave. Working to resolve for the good of all. Comments, eyesore, property values tanking. Why won't he just conform? Screenshots hit my phone from a sympathetic neighbor. I wasn't even in the group, but they tagged me like digital graffiti. Mia came home one day, head down. Kids said we're trash people, 'cause of the garbage. That lit the fuse. Who said that? Friends of that lady's kid. Patty's spawn. Of course. I hugged her tight. We're not trash, Mia. We're real. But rage simmered, not hot. Calculated. I hit the county office, chatted with a jaded clerk named Bud who'd seen 100 HOA horror shows. They complain weekly, he grumbled. Power goes to their heads. Document everything, dates, photos. Lawyer up if it escalates. That night, after Mia's asleep, I pore over maps, deeds, old surveys. Grandpa's papers reveal a gem. The subdivision's common areas, roads, parks, even sidewalks were built on liens from a shady developer deal. Unpaid taxes stacking up. And me, with savings scraped from odd jobs, I could buy those liens quietly. The irony? Patty's empire was built on borrowed ground. I contacted a paralegal pal. Fight smart, Alex. Buy the debt. Own the leverage. The game flipped. I wasn't defending anymore. I was advancing. Escalation hit fever pitch. Patty's antics turning from petty to pathetic. Each one a chink in her armor begging for satire. Cones blocking my driveway one dawn. Cheap plastic. No logos. Just her way of saying stay put. I moved them. And there she was. Phone out. Filming like a wannabe cop. Vandalism, she yelped. Just clearing my path, I deadpanned. On my land, her face, priceless, flushed. Sputtering about community access. Mia watched from the window, confused but giggling at Patty's dramatics. Then anonymous calls to child services. Concerned about a child's environment, unkempt yard, possible neglect. A social worker shows, sees Mia happy, house clean. HOA nonsense? She asks. I nod. She rolls eyes. Third this month, but it stung, targeting a kid? Low blow. Online smears ramped. Patty's posts calling me recalcitrant outsider threatening harmony. Neighbors chimed. He refuses to blend, ruining our vibe. Mia's school whispers turned taunts. Your dad's a bum squatter, she cried that night. Why do they hate us? I held her. They fear what they can't boss. But we're stronger. Behind scenes, I bought the liens piecemeal, $250,000 in debt. Assigned to me via quiet transfers. Patty, oblivious, doubled down. Fake fines mailed. $500 for aesthetic disruption. I paid nothing. Documented all. Her board meetings? Leaked audio from a defector. We must enforce unity. Dissenters out. Her voice cracked with desperation. Fear of losing her throne. Whispers spread. Some neighbors questioned her, but she quashed. For the greater good, the absurdity, she preached community while dividing it. Tension built like a storm. Mia's innocence the eye until the cops. The breaking point exploded that humid evening. Patty's hubris peaking in a spectacle so over the top it was almost laughable. If it wasn't my life. Mia and I were grilling burgers, her laughing as smoke curled up. Then sirens wail. 2 cruisers screech up. Officers pile out. Sir, step away from the property. I'm baffled. This is my home. Patty emerges from her SUV. Triumphant. He's trespassing. Refuses to leave. Endangering the neighborhood. Mia freezes. Bear clutched. Cops cuff me, face down. Knee and back. As Patty pontificates. See? Noncompliance breeds chaos. For safety. Mia sobs at the window. Daddy, that sound? Shattered me. But as they haul me, I mutter, check county records. Liens transferred. One officer pauses, radios it in. Minutes tick, Patty's smirk fades as dispatch confirms. Property liens held by Alex Rivera. He owns the Commons. Her face crumples. Impossible. I run this. Officers uncuff me. Apologetic. Ma'am, you're on his land. The reversal, sweet as pie. Neighbors gawk. Phones film. Patty stammers. But standards. I stand. Dust off. Your standards just got evicted. Mia runs out. Hugs me. The crowd murmurs, seeds of doubt sown. That night, leaks hit the Facebook group. Lien docs. Patty's overreaches. Her empire cracked. Board members bailed. Whispers turned roars. She lied about funds. Misused dues. Patty's desperate posts. Fake news. Unity prevails. But the auction loomed, forced sale of commons to settle debts. She thought she'd bid. Save face. Me, I held the ace. Courtroom day dawned like judgment air thick. Whispers electric. News crews buzzing like flies on drama. Patty struts in tailored suit screaming, I'm in charge. Entourage nodding like bobbleheads. She glares. You shouldn't be here. Squatter. I smile faintly. Watch me. Room packed. Homeowners split. Some loyal. Others eyeing exits. Auctioneer. Grizzled vet. Bangs gavel. Sale of Meadowbrook Commons. Min bid $250,000 on liens. Patty rises. Folder thick as her ego. HOA bids to preserve order. Claps from her camp. Then me, folder slimmer, but stamped lethal. Auctioneer verifies. Lien holder credit bid accepted. Gasps. Patty erupts. Fraud. He can't. This destroys everything. Auctioneer. Valid. Liens assigned legally. Her lawyer whispers furiously. She pales. I bid $275,000. She blurts. Murmurs. But a voice shouts. No vote. She can't spend our money. Two rebels wave bylaws. Chaos. You embezzled. Lied about reserves. Patty whirls. Silence. I decide. But the room turns, filming. Shouting. Auctioneer. No funds proof. Disqualified. She begs. Wait. This is my domain. Last call, silence. Gavel falls. Sold to lien holder. Explosions. Cheers. Boos. I face her calmly. You called cops on your landlord. Patty. Every road you drive? Mine now. She crumbles. Tears streaking. Unfair. It was for the community. Crowd backs away, her mask shatters. I walk out. Sun hitting like freedom. Justice? Not revenge, revelation. Aftermath settled like dust after a storm. Neighborhood exhaling the toxicity Patty bottled up. I dissolved the HOA next day, no fanfare. Just filings erasing her reign. No more fines for wrong paint. Voluntary meetups instead. Reactions? A grizzled vet neighbor knocks. Sorry, man. She had us scared. Cookies follow. Notes. We were blind. I nod. Fear makes fools. Saturday. Park gathering, no clipboards. Just chairs under oaks. We don't need tyrants for tranquility, I say. Talk first. Rules last. Announced Sarah Fund. $8,000 seeded for mechanic apprenticeships, honoring her dream of fixing more than cars. Voice cracks. Mia squeezes my hand. Folks linger. Grills fire. Kids play free. Mia plants more veggies. Neighbors join. laughing at old violations. Your tomatoes beat our lawns, one jokes. Evening. Mia whispers, no more mean lady? Gone. Kiddo. Porch swing creaks. Peace reigns. 3 months on. Life's rhythm returns. Mia skips to bus. Waves genuine. Garden blooms air lighter. Sunset paints gold. Mia leans. We won. Daddy. Yeah. We did not by breaking, by building better. But tell me, in a world of clipboard kings, is standing silent strength? Or does fighting back make you the bully? Drop your take below. Who's really wrong when order turns oppressive?